Hello, thank you for stopping by at our channel. I'm Lynn Thurman,
And I'm Paul Thurman.
and we're going to give you mini readings for the week ahead with the Oracle cards, the Animal Spirits of the Sacred Isles, which is currently on Kickstarter if you would like to support the project. So, we're going to do 4 mini readings. It's going to be love, money and work, family, and well-being. And Paul's going to kick off with love.
Yeah. The card I drew for love this week is the Polecat. Now, the Polecat is related to the weasel, and he kind of got a bad reputation here over here in the Sacred Isles. People thought that he was attacking their chickens, and in reality, that isn't even in the polecat's diet. He hunts at night and he eats small rodents and insects. Now, so much of his time is spent in hunting. He's very concentrated. And when he comes upon his prey, he grabs it like really fast. But due to his diet needs, he eats like about 3 times his weight. And so he's constantly hunting. And because he's constantly hunting, he's rather antisocial. He doesn't really like a lot of other polecats around in his territory. So how does that relate to love, you ask? Well, here's the thing. You might be noticing that your partner or your spouse, anybody that you're in a close or romantic relationship with, tends to be a little bit pulled inward or antisocial this week. And the polecat is a reminder that that's okay. It's all sort of part of a natural thing. And so if you notice that, don't worry. Don't let your mind run away that there's something necessarily wrong. It's that that person needs to pull in for a reason. And it's possibly that they're working through something. It could be possibly that they're just finding a bit of themselves. But sort of like the polecat, when the hunting's over, they're back to being friendly with each other again. And so for this week, if your partner or your spouse seems to be pulling away, don't take it personally. Let them go. Let them feel that little bit of an antisocial pull, and just know that when they work through what they need to, everything will be all right. And that's the love for this week.
So I'm bringing you money and work, and the card that I've drawn for this area is the horse, and the horse brings a keyword of partnership. So it's quite self-explanatory this week. As far as money and work and career goes, it's a time to reach out to other people to help you. Maybe you've gone as far as you can on your own, and now it's time to bring in either someone to coach you in a direction that you need to go, or maybe someone to actually take some of the burden of work from you. Maybe it's time to get an assistant or a virtual assistant, or to delegate more. So it's really all about teamwork and partnership this week. It's not the time to think that you can take on the workload all yourself, because everyone has their limits, and the horse comes in to remind us to reach out and to create meaningful partnerships in the workplace, because that's how we help ourselves and how we help each other ultimately. So that's the message for the horse this week for work and money.
That's really good. Now we switch to family. And the card I drew for family is the moth. Now, interestingly enough, there's like 160,000 different species of moths. And some of them build cocoons, much like butterflies, and then come out as a complete moth. But there's another type, and that's the type that the spirit that wants to talk to you today kind of comes from. It's where the larvae will dig into the earth and they stay in the earth till they're ready to come up as a moth. And so the key word today for moth is yet to come. And so what does the spirit of the moth want to show you as far as that in relating to your family? Well, this is kind of a time of pause, kind of things going on underneath the surface. Um, you may find things seeming almost a little bit stale, or you might even be feeling the expectation that something should be happening, and yet it's just not. And So what the spirit of moth is showing you is that something is developing, something is building, and by the end of the week, you'll know what that thing is. And so it's going to be something exciting and vibrant and beautiful. It's a good thing. So don't think that there's a bad thing underneath the surface about to develop. So that's what the spirit of moth would show you this week. There's something yet to come. Be excited. Look forward to it at the end of the week.
It's really cool. So that was family. And on to our last topic, which is well-being. And I have drawn the cattle, but this is the bull for this week. And the bull here brings a keyword of wealth. We've taken inspiration from the runes, from the Anglo-Saxon runes, where cattle means movable wealth. So we have the bull here, which is a fierce, strong, sturdy animal, and you might not necessarily make that connection with wealth to it, but I'm asking you to look at everything you do have that you're rich within your well-being. This is your health, and it's a time of being grateful for what you have and to build upon what you already have, rather than to think about all the new things that you would like to do. I know the energy of the first, the new year brings in this rush of like going to the gym and going to climb mountains, swim seas, all that kind of great big projects. But instead, this is asking you to think about what you already have and be grateful for what you already have, and then you can build forwards on that. If you don't appreciate what you've already got, then you're going to be on shaky foundations for the rest of the year. So it's a nice reminder just to be grateful for your well-being, whatever state that might be in. Doesn't matter, there's always something to be grateful with. And I think the bull brings that message to you this week.
It's really good.
So there are our messages. We would love for you to leave us a comment, subscribe, like, share, and we will see you next week with more messages from the animal spirits of the Sacred Isles. So until next time, bye-bye.